What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today we're here with the 1975 MGB that I picked up from IAA for $3,000. This car's been sitting for a while. We haven't done anything to it, but we have a lot of parts, and it's time we get this thing finished, hopefully today in this video. So on this mess of a table over here, we have a lot of parts, and all of these need to be going into the car today. We have new hoses. Some of these are kind of specialty hoses. It's like a Y hose. Look at these itty bitty little heater hoses here. This is the upper radiator hose. Everything is tiny. Everything on this car is tiny. We've got turn signal flashers. We've got hazard flashers. We've got brand new fuel lines, Banjo fittings, etc. Spark plugs. I think that is the distributor rotor, plug wires, fuel filter. This should be a distributor cap. This is an oil filter. This is, believe it or not, the right oil for the car, 20 weight 50, and this is Hicks Oils Collector's Choice. This is specially formulated for these older cars' camshafts. Then over here, we've got a fuel tank installation kit. We have an upgraded 16-gallon fuel tank instead of 13-gallon. We already have a brand new sending unit in the car. And somewhere, is it right here? Uh-oh. The fuel pump. We lost the fuel pump. It's probably in the trunk. I think I might have been playing with it the other day. Yes. Right here. These are not cheap, by the way, guys. This fuel pump is very expensive. We have the original electronic fuel pump with points. Very cool. And the goal is to get the old fuel pump that I mounted, or it's new, electric fuel pump, but they don't work well. Get that removed from this car, put everything back to factory, because I want to use the fuel stuff that I'm using on this one on the AMC, but not in this video. We have the seats to put back in. Yes, I was playing with fire the other day. Had a really good time with that. We have some rust spots in here that in a previous video I told you temporarily, so many people got upset about it. Temporarily, to keep moisture out, I'm going to put this Gorilla Tape, which is for moisture. It's for keeping water out. We're going to put that on the little holes in the floor temporarily, one last time, temporarily, until I can talk to Weird Beard and see if he has any interest in patching the little sections of the floors that need attention. If not, we'll figure something else out. We'll find somebody else that can do it, that has the time or whatever. But I want to talk to Weird Beard first. Since Weird Beard is very busy, again, temporarily, I'm going to just put some tape on the floor to make sure we can keep the elements from outside the car from getting inside the car and doing any more damage. So before we go any further, the temperature seems to be warming up a little bit. This tree was covered in ice, and it's been dropping ice all over the roof of my house. It's just barely above 32 degrees. It's probably 33 degrees right now. And my Mr. Cool units, I've had a lot of people asking for updates to those. Ooh. Here they are, and they are both working basically in overtime right now to keep the shop warm. As you can see, there's ice literally all over the ground here. This is all solid. That's all solid ice. You can yeah, these things they're freezing right now. And I know you're probably looking at it going, oh my gosh, that's solid. All of that's a brick of ice back there, guys. And this one, I think, looks about the same at this point as well. Yeah, this one, this one's that's kind of frozen too. But even with, ooh, boy, I'm telling you, that tree's got me nervous. I think I'm gonna have to have that tree pulled down. But even with all of that going on outside, take a look at the temperature in my shop right now. Humidity's at 40%. And it's literally 74 degrees in my shop. It feels great. Okay, so I think we're going to start this video off with the fuel tank. So I'm going to get a light. We're going to come back here and figure out what we need to do to get the fuel tank out. And while we're under there messing with the tank, we might as well get the fuel pump done at the same time. So step number one is going to be to take off these bolts. There's 2 bolts here. Well, I thought there were 2 bolts over here, but I guess not. There's 1, and and then we got one, and then underneath the car we'll have another one, another one, another one, and another one. So we'll get the bolts out of here, we'll get the bolts off under there, get a jack under this, I'll get a flathead screwdriver and get this pulled, and we should be pretty much good to go on dropping this tank. That should be all of the bolts, and hopefully she comes down without just coming out a little crooked. Oh, it's hard to do this one-handed. Recording while trying to drop the tank. Oh, she doesn't want to move anymore. Okay. All right, well, we'll put this back under here just to kind of support it a little bit. Let's see if I can persuade it by let go. I know what she's hanging up on. I guarantee it. I know exactly what she's hanging up on. I was hoping it would just kind of come off, but it's this yeah. Boy, she's on there real good. All right, I'm gonna have to fight with this a little bit and we'll come back. All right, after fighting with this, we got her off. Now, everything should be good to come off from the bottom end. So let's try this again. Dang it. She still doesn't want to come out. Come on, old girl. Don't fight me. You know, sometimes you just gotta... Yeah, that's not gonna work. Let's approach it from this side. I think it wants to just slide forward. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ooh, don't slide. Don't slide, old girl. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, come on. Let's let her down. There she... Woo. Okay. Okay. I think we got it. I think we got it. Can we just roll her out now? Gently, gently, gently. Let her down. Easy, 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 easy. She's still got quite a bit of gas in her. I don't want to spill this everywhere. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, there we go. Oh, I can hear the rust in it. All right, so now that we got the gas tank out, I have to hope that the sending unit is still in good shape. Let's take a look. Please, please, please. Ooh, 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 ooh. Wow. That is pretty gross, guys. Look at that. Needless to say, we will clean this up before we put this anywhere near the new gas tank. You guys won't be able to see down in there, but it is very nasty, very full of rust, and I couldn't be happier to have this new tank. I'm going to clean up the sending unit, put all this back together, and then we'll see if we can get this fit back in there without running into any additional issues. All right, so we got the fuel sending unit installed. Thankfully, the kit that I bought comes with really everything you could possibly need to install this, including the new lock ring and the gasket. It comes with the insulating straps, the foam O-ring, new bolts, new nuts, everything we need. Now, I did go ahead and remove the I don't want to call it the old fuel pump, but the electric fuel pump I had installed here, and man, it was bad. I'm going to take you guys up underneath here real quick. Oh, you can get a better view. This is some of the fuel that had leaked onto the ground, and as you can see, it's rather rusty because that tank was really, really, really bad. I'm not sure what these straps, these rubber type of straps are here, but they are about done. Those are pretty much done on both sides. And then up here is where the fuel pump will mount. And I don't even think I can get you up here really, but right here there's a gasket. The original equipment fuel pump's going to mount right there. You can see we have studs that are still in good shape. Everything under here actually looks really, really good. So I think we are ready to slide our new fuel pump in through that hole. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I think I'm going to go ahead and install the hoses. Let's go ahead and get the Banjo fittings and everything installed so that we don't have to do that under the car. Much easier to do from up here. So there is one thing that I'm not entirely sure on, and I did read the directions, guys, which is something I rarely do, but I've got the directions right here. And I read them, and it says that if your new pump comes with O-rings, turn the Banjo fitting to the flat side, and the recessed side is supposed to be up, which makes perfect sense, except this Banjo fitting is flat on both sides. The issue comes in where we are supposed to be using these fiber washers, but it doesn't say if you have the rubber O-ring, which hopefully you can see we have rubber O-rings here. The older style did not have rubber O-rings, and this is a newer style, and it does have rubber O-rings. So it doesn't say if you have rubber O-rings, do not use the fiber washers on the backside of the Banjo bolt that's going to go against the pump. So I can only assume, since there are rubber washers, if you add a fiber washer to this, it's most likely going to do nothing but create an extra weak spot for a leak to occur. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bolt, I'm actually going to put one of the fiber washers on top of the bolt. That one is obviously still needed. Then I'm going to put it through the Banjo fitting, so we have a nice seal on the top, and then the rubber O-ring should seal the Banjo bolt on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and get those installed, then we can get under the car, put this in, and we are one step closer to having an original fuel pump and fuel tank back in the MGB. All right, we've made a little bit of progress. The GoPro decided to shut off again, and then it wouldn't let me record until we figured out date and time. So, boy, I'm gonna do something else here in the near future, man. These are insulating straps. The purpose of these are to reduce the amount of friction and squeaking as things move around under the car. If you just bolt this tank up to the car as it is with no insulating straps here, insulating rubber, then you're going to end up with the tank squeaking as you hit bumps and stuff and as you're turning corners and the gas sloshes around in here. The tank may shift a little bit and it creates some annoying little noises. So this is going to prevent that. It's also going to help reduce wear from friction, metal on metal between the car and the tank. So we've got the sending unit in, we've got the straps on, we've got the brand new hardware installed all the way around. We have the fuel pump installed. I just did a little bit of soldering. You can see I got my handy dandy soldering iron down there. We got the SU pump mounted in place where it goes. We've got it wired up. This, however, this was installed on the original pump, but it doesn't look like there's a place for it on this pump. This is a noise isolator to prevent noise from motors, basically, and the pump is a motor. Motors have electromagnetic fields, and those create noise in the stereo system. So the alternator, the ignition system will have one, and the fuel pump had one, but unfortunately, I don't see anywhere to even begin to mount it back here on the new SU pump. So what I'm going to do next, and I probably will not be able to do this with you guys on camera, I have got to get under there with both hands, and I need to get that tank up into the car, but I'm going to do my best to bring you guys with me. All right, guys, this tank isn't too big, so I don't think it's going to be the hardest thing in the world to kind of slide up here and get in place, hopefully. Oh, we got her. We got her. Now, all I got to do is, with one hand, hold it up here, and with another hand, I got to get the bolts on. Yeah, this is, there we go. Oh. I'm not sure if I can actually do this. I may have to slide the, oh, come on. I'm trying to do this. This is not easy. There's one. Okay, there's one. That will hold that corner on. And then all I really have to do now is just put another one on. And then we could just tighten this whole thing up here. Don't fall on me. I'd really hate to have this thing fall on me. There we go. Ah, all in my freaking eyes. Okay. I can't see. Okay, so boy, wouldn't this be a lot easier if I had put a jack under here and there we go. There we go. We're close. We're close. If I'm blocking your view with my big head, please forgive me. Come on, get on there. Ugh. She's on. That's enough. That's enough to hold her. Oh, boy. That was fun.
Did it get in your face?
Face, arms.
No. But you got it. But you don't work on cars, man.
Oh, yeah. I forgot all about that. Here it goes. Going down my shirt.
I see that.
All right. So 2 days later, that's how things go around here, man. I get started on something, then I get sidetracked. We had to finish moving out of the house. Today is actually the day this video goes live, and it's like 11:30 in the afternoon. And today, I believe, is Friday. So I got to get this video up for you guys ASAP. But like I said, I had to finish moving out of the other house. We had to clean up the house, and we had to get out. So, ooh, I just stepped on something. Anyway, we've done a lot of work. We got it back together, and hopefully everything is good to go with it. The main thing I want to check for is fuel leaks. So I'm going to try to get you guys up under here. Oh, there's the new gas tank. I don't see any fuel leaks at all. We got the new fuel pump installed. Actually, I could probably show you that. There we go. We got the new SU fuel pump installed right there. Everything is nice and bolted up. And, well, there's only one thing left to do, and that is turn the key. I love the way that fuel pump goes click, 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 click until it builds fuel pressure. Really cool. She's running. Let's check our lights. All right. Yeah, looks like all of the lights are working. Well, we have a burned out bulb right here. That bulb is burned out, but that one is working. And let's turn on our hazards. We now have working hazard lights. Oh boy, she's coming together. And I also rewired the blinkers as well, so we can turn the, if I can even, there we go, sorry. We got left turn signal, right turn signal. I think that red light is the alternator, but I'm pretty sure that if we just give it a little gas, I've got it idling really, really low. I've got to turn that idle up some, but I think if we just, there it goes. There it goes. Now she's happy. Yeah, now she's happy. She is now running on her original equipment fuel system, guys. She sounds pretty good. Now, I don't want to let this bad boy get too warm because we still have a couple things left to do to it. We need to in this video, I think I had a lot more planned than what could actually realistically be done in this video. But we are going to continue with focusing on plugs, wires, cap, rotor, timing, and that generator, alternator generator belt. The hoses and coolant we're going to have to leave for another day because I forgot to purchase antifreeze. I don't have any because, like I said earlier, I used the rest of my antifreeze in the AMC Ambassador. So I guess let's set up the tripod. Listen to that echo! Echo! Let's do a tune-up, get the timing set, and then we can take her out for a drive. All right, so these are going to be 13/16. Fairly easy. We'll take a look at the plugs and get a better idea of what's going on with them here. See if we can zoom in on this. There we go. So there she is. Yeah, it's a Bosch. And a platinum at that, which makes no sense on this car whatsoever. What I have here are some Champions. Yes, this is part number 415RN9YC. These are just run-of-the-mill copper plugs, guys. There's nothing particularly fancy or exciting about them. But this is what the car calls for right here. Yeah, the camera doesn't like focusing in on it, but there it is. All right, these are the plugs that we're going back with. And yes, I do have my feeler gauge, or yeah, whatever. You know what I mean. My spark plug gapper thing. I'm starting to sound like Vice Grip Garage there. We're gonna change out the lightning hoses as well. I actually just started watching him, guys, so big shout out to Vice Grip Garage, man. Really cool channel. Let's go ahead and proceed with this and see what it looks like when we're done. Well, guys, I really hate admitting defeat, and I really hate when I can't finish a video. Unfortunately, this is the way cars work, man, especially when you're dealing with these old ones. Sometimes you think things are going to go smoothly, and then they don't. I've had a pretty rough day, guys, and I'm going to call this one a wrap for today. So if you're wondering what happened, well, everything went great. The plugs, wires, cap, rotor, everything went back together perfectly. It started, it fired right up. I checked the timing. I've got my timing light right here, and the timing was about 15 degrees off, which I figured as much. So I come down here to the distributor, which is located right down there, and I decide we're going to go ahead and adjust the timing. Well, the car had other plans. The car had some pretty serious plans for me. The distributor won't come out. The distributor won't come out at all. In the process, I broke one of my spark plugs right there. I've been using Big Hammer. I've been using a giant pry bar. Yes, I've even used my air hammer. I have used propane for heat. right here, big propane torch, I have used WD-40. I have hit this stupid distributor with everything I've got, and I can't get it out. I did release the collar. There's a collar that you have to release. I released that. And then there are two little 7/16 bolts on the very back that you can't get to. Now, this one on the front of the car towards this side is not the most difficult to get to, but the one towards the firewall, that one was a bear. This is your heater bypass manual with a cable, heater bypass valve. I had to remove it, and even after getting all of the bolts out of the distributor, she won't come out. So there it is. It's stuck. It's jammed. Nobody carries the distributor in stock. Nobody at all. Moss Motors doesn't have it either, which is who I use for just about everything. This is a negative ground car. Amazon doesn't have it. I did find British Parts North or something like that. I think it's called British Parts Northwest or something. They were out of stock too. Yeah, they were out of stock too. AutoZone doesn't carry it. I was finally able to find one on eBay. So guys, things did not work out the way we wanted them to. I had a plan for this video, and that was to take this thing out and get it out for a nice long drive. That is how today's video was supposed to end. But because I've got a distributor that, number one, won't turn, so I cannot adjust the timing. Number two, won't come out of the block, so I can't replace the distributor. Number three, even if all of that was working in my favor, nobody even has a distributor locally for me. That's it. That's the end. We can't do anything else with this car. Now, good news, well, not good news. I didn't want to replace the distributor. Since I have to replace the distributor, I'm not going back with points. In fact, everybody's out of stock. AutoZone doesn't carry it. Moss Motors is out. British Parts Northwest is out. Because this is a negative ground car, nobody has it. Nobody has the distributor I need where I can get it relatively quickly. So Amazon doesn't have it either. I jumped on eBay, and I was able to find, which blew my mind, a coil and an electronic ignition. Similar, it's probably going to be like a Protronics ignition set. No more points. I wasn't going to do it, but since we have to get the distributor out. I don't know how we're going to do it yet, because I've hit it with every tool I can think of right now, but I am going to keep at it, and I will get this distributor out of the block. When I do, the new distributor is going to be electronic ignition, so nobody, myself, or whoever purchases this car down the road will never have to deal with points again. So it's about $179 for the coil, the cap, rotor, plug, wire. Basically, everything I just did, the new distributor comes with the parts that match having an electronic ignition. So we're going to go ahead and switch it over to electronic. We're going to do the oil change in the next video. We're going to do the coolant in the next video. I had no intention of doing that. We're going to do the belt, and we're going to put the seats in. So the next video on Goldilocks here, or Goldie Hawn. I don't know, Goldie Hawn? Goldilocks. Maybe Goldilocks, Goldie Hawn? I don't know. Either way, the next video on this car, and I can't tell you when that's going to be, will be getting the distributor out, getting the new distributor in, and then setting the timing and replacing all the parts we already replaced, oil change, coolant, hoses, and the belt, and putting the seats in. And then maybe, just maybe, we can drive it to Copart. That's my dream. That's really my big dream for this car right now. I didn't even order any of the interior components yet because I'm trying to make sure we get this thing done mechanically and ready to go mechanically before I go spending $1,400 on an interior and another $600 or $700 on a new convertible top. So I'm sorry things didn't work out for this video, guys, but I hope you still enjoyed the content. I still enjoyed working on it, and I still enjoyed making this video for you. It just sucks when you think you've got everything planned out for a video and it doesn't work out that way. So do me a favor, guys. This thing has been a major PITA today. It's taken up a lot of my time. If you enjoyed the content, if you enjoyed watching, give the video a big thumbs up. It lets YouTube know that you enjoyed it. It's that simple, guys. Just click thumbs up button. That's it. If you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. This video is going to go on a premiere as soon as I get done editing it, because I'm curious if you guys have any thoughts or any ideas on how to get a stuck distributor out of the block. Remember, I've already beat on it with an air hammer. I've beat on it with a hammer. I've beat on it with pry bars. I've hit it with WD-40. I've hit it with propane heat, and it still doesn't budge. So any ideas out there on how to get the distributor out of this car, please, I beg you, comment down below. Don't forget you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, Auto Auction Rebuilds, and last but not least, I got to plug myself. That doesn't sound right. I got to plug myself. Yeah, anyway, we have a membership option on the channel, guys. There is a join button down below. You just click the join button, and I made it cheap as possible. There's not multiple tiers. It's not $50 a month. It's literally $1.99 a month. It goes a long way to help when things like this break and I have unexpected expenses that need to be taken care of. So if you want to join, hey, that's great. I would truly appreciate it. But to all of you, are you serious? To all of you watching, I appreciate each and every one of you. Stay tuned. We're going to have more videos coming. We've got the Saturn to get finished. We've got the Chrysler Pacifica we're going to get working on next. We've got the AMC Ambassador. We've got plenty of content, guys. Stay tuned. I will catch you all very soon in the next one.